Welcome to the Orlando Lions Den podcast, your number one Orlando City podcast for the fans, by the fans, for the fans, by the fans. Keeping you in the know on all things Orlando City since 2018.
Welcome back in to a two-man show tonight. Another edition of the Orlando Lions Den podcast. Almost got all the pre-show tweets off, but I'm using half a screen right now because I'm also trying to see what's going on with that MLS skills challenge that hasn't started yet. So we'll see how it goes. At least Freeman's in it, so it's worth watching, debatably. But we got a couple games to talk about, some good, some bad. Titled the episode Sometimes Maybe Good. If you guys know the meme that I'm talking about, you know. But we'll talk about that. We got a tough game on Friday in the Columbus Crew away. But I got my main man Cleon with me. Bilingual Poppy, how you doing, brother?
Yes, sir. All good to go, man.
Oh, Cleon, hold on one second. I got to grab something real quick.
Oh, no. Don't do this. Don't do this. I already know. I'm not even going to look. I already know what it is.
You started the league.
I swear I'll do this whole podcast with my eyes closed. I'm not looking. Put it down.
I saw it come up, and I was like, oh, we need to give this some more screen time. Look at how shiny it is. The light's just popping off.
I'm not looking. Put it down.
Make them say, anyways, hey, Matt Hawley, if you're watching, be ready to message me what your preferences are on draft time so that way I can get it to you. I do know that Monday night, Adam said preferably he'd rather not do it. See, I told you it's blinding. He's just got hockey practice on Monday night. So I'll put that away for now. But as the reigning defending Manscaped League One champion, I am ready for a new season of fantasy football to begin. And I just had to show off.
You know what? Since you like witnesses and stuff, I should try to see if I could run the draft live. The draft order.
Dude, I was talking with Adam the other day because he was asking me about texting me about something, and I was like, I want, like, I think 1 year, like, we had a couple of us pop in Discord or whatever to like talk while we were drafting, but every time it's only a couple of us. He's like, you guys should just do a live podcast during the draft, and I was like, we could do that.
I need focus. I can't do that. I need focus. I can't.
I was like, we'd be talking way too much crap if we actually did that. Like, we could not post that anywhere because we have too many things to say that we shouldn't say. So.
I could do it if we're only doing the draft stuff right there. But
no. I think that's what he was saying, is just kind of focus on the draft.
Yeah, that I could do, but.
Yeah, but it's realistically, I just like being in there talking with people. I don't like drafting and it's just silence. I'd rather like at least talk be able to be like, oh man, Adrian picked that person again. Like, that's sorry, Adrian. I'm not trying to pick on you, but I did pick on you a little bit. I'm just excited for fantasy football. It's a good time. It's not a good time to be a Giants fan. Usually,
shout out JJ and Cozy for getting kicked out the league.
Sorry, JJ and Cozy, for your relegation, man. I think who got promoted? Wasn't one of them?
Do you really want me to say the team name on
No, you don't have to say the team names because I know one of the team names was not appropriate. But,
yeah.
But who was the other one?
For people that's OC related that they will recognize, Hogtown Hooligans.
That's right, Hogtown Hooligans. Welcome to the big leagues, man. That's what you're competing for.
He got promoted up.
You're not gonna get it. You're not gonna get it, but.
Yeah, he got promoted through the playoff. He got promoted through the playoff, and then the team name who we cannot say on air, he got promoted through the regular season. So
okay, well, we'll go ahead and have to tell him that if he wants to be talked about on air, he needs a PG team name, at least PG-13. We can get by with PG-13. I mean, well, I was last year was Achain was my big guy, so I was Achain in the membrane, right?
Yeah.
It was good. It was good. All right. Let me talk sponsors real quick. We got some games to talk about. Cleon's got a heart out in like 50 minutes. So,
yeah.
All right. First, shout out our man, Eddie. If you have any insurance questions, hit up our man, Eddie. He's got you covered with comparing insurance. If you're looking to buy a home and you need to finance it or you're looking to refinance it, Leo with the Epic Mortgage Team, powered by U Mortgage, 407-844-7696. And also, if you're trying to buy a house in the Central Florida area, shout out Chad McGibbon at Chad McGibbon on Twitter. He will help you out. Oh, last but not least, Hourglass Brewing, no mango, no party. Shout out Cleon for the name. Shout out Hourglass Brewing for the beer. It was a delight. All right. Now let's go ahead and talk some sports. First, we have to go ahead and start things off. Heartbreaking loss against NYCFC. Why was it so heartbreaking? Well,
man, I can't even describe that game as heartbreaking, bro. That pissed me off.
It was upsetting.
It was more infuriating than heartbreaking.
That's fair, because obviously we went up 1-0 early. We had plenty of chances through the first 60 minutes to go ahead and finish out the game. Goal scored by Robin Janssen off a set piece that was also assisted by Bracalo, center back to center back connection. And then I believe it was 88th minute. We had Kyle Smith own goal off of a Rodrigo Schlegel clearance that I don't know what either player was doing necessarily. And unfortunately, we don't really know have much to make out of that because it looked like Schlegel was just trying to clear it. Why was Kyle Smith running towards the net? Things we may never know. But that's what we know. And then second goal, we got everybody up on a corner. And this is the one, this might even be more frustrating for me, honestly, is we got everybody up for a corner, took a quick corner when nobody was ready. And with nobody being ready, it was completely mishandled, and it was Atuesta's cross was short, and Dagger Dan Thorhalson was left in no man's land. One man to take care of everybody, and gets beat, couldn't make a tackle. Pedro gets beat at in the net. Just sad. It was upsetting. So like Cleon said, he's not heartbroken. It pissed him off.
Infuriating, bro.
And Daniel said, "Hey, Schlegel scored." Technically not even correct. He didn't score because Kyle Smith got credited with the own goal. I checked Foot Mob right before we started. So Cleon, outside of the fact that it pissed you off, what are we thinking?
It's just, bro, sometimes I just feel like we're never going to get over that hump, man. Hump. Like, I swear, it seems like it don't matter if the team's supposed to be good, if they're not. It just seems like we never just win the games we're supposed to win. Games at home. Dumb games like this on the road against people you should be beating. And we just drop too many points during the season, bro, where it's like to teams that you have no business dropping points to like that. And I just feel like we're never going to get over that hump. It's so, I don't know, man. It's just we're freaky all the time. It's just like we're not, I don't know why we just can't be consistently good.
And I think that's one of the things that I think is kind of most interesting coming out of this. First off, it is the rest of MLS world is kind of noticing that now. Obviously, we've been very cognizant of it for a while, but like the power rankings people are like, I don't know what Orlando is. I don't know if Orlando knows what they are. And we're kind of just sitting here being like, yeah, I mean, I don't understand how, we can go and we beat, not trying to use this as an example because they're coming up again, but we go down to Miami and beat them 3-0 with their best players on the field. But then we lose both games to NYCFC. We lose to Chicago. We lose to Atlanta because of dumb mistakes. Every time, sometimes it's, if it's 2 steps forward, it's also 2 steps back. It's not 1 and 2 backward. It's even, but every time we try and get ahead, we also fall backward. That's why I feel like the game that we have coming up on Friday, reminder, game is on Friday, is so important because playing against a team like Columbus, if you want to be a top 4 team, you have to beat a top 4 team. And the NYCFC performance did not give us anything that I feel like you or I look at as confidence in that.
No. I feel like it's one of those votes and no confidence. Yeah, bro. It's I just don't get it. I just don't get it. And I just don't know why we're not consistent. And it's like the attack is like some of it's coach and some of it's players. And some of it's just like dumb mistakes we just can't stop making. And it's it's like we just take turns. doing dumb crap.
I'm taking a look here. I'm looking at FootMob, and realistically, I will go ahead and say Charlotte, Montreal, and New York City FC were all games that we kind of looked at and been like, maybe the coaching, game management was a big part of the problem. If you sat in on Den After Dark after the game against Montreal or the game against NYCFC, yeah, but the game against NYCFC specifically, that one, I want to say we had like 60 concurrent listeners during. I had like 10 people chime in wanting to talk. It's big wins and bad losses are the ones that are always the biggest, and everyone's got the most to say. It was very therapeutic. I'll give it that. It felt like some people had a good therapy moment. But when you play good for an hour and then your substitutions and game management result in you taking a loss, that's not good enough. It's just not good enough. Anything else to add before we talk a little bit of New England?
No.
Okay. If you have anything that you have to feel like you need to get off your chest about the game against NYCFC, comment on Spotify or YouTube. Let us know.
I hate New York, and I hate their sports teams, and I hate their fan base.
That's why you hate me when I'm talking about the Giants or the Mets or the
Knicks. Bro, I hate New York sports, bro. I hate it. I hate it. It's certain teams I can't deal losing to, bro. And it's like Miami, New York, Atlanta, obviously. And it's just
Nashville.
I don't like it, man. I don't like it.
Nashville, I would say, is up there too.
Yeah, Nashville, they're so annoying. They're so annoying.
Very annoying. All right. Well, I'm sorry that you dislike all my other sports teams that are not related to Orlando City. You hate the Yankees more than the Mets, though, right?
Yeah, you just constantly wear this New York propaganda on this show, and it's like
I'm from there, man. I don't yell at you for wearing Bermuda propaganda.
I don't even. You don't.
Oh God, we're having fun. All right, so in New England, we at least have something that we can go ahead and say here is that Martin Ojeda shined, and I would also say so did Edward Atuesta, and even, believe it or not, Ivan Angulo had a very good game. But Martin Ojeda, brace in this game, Angulo and Eddie Atuesta with assists. We did concede a pretty poor goal, but then rebounded and scored another goal right after. I did say that I felt like this seemed almost like an overcorrection of sorts. Oscar Pareja went from parking the bus at 65 minutes to instead, I'm not going to make a sub until 80 minutes, which I feel like left a lot of us just kind of confused, conflicted, saying why. But that's what happened. But it ended up coming out pretty good. So what were your thoughts on this game? Obviously, Ojeda, I feel like, was the big focal point of doing really well.
Yeah, and you know what? After I'm saying I can't understand why we can't be consistent, why do we keep moving Ojeda around?
It's a dumb idea. And that's the thing. We talked about this. I don't know if you were on the last show, one of the last shows that we did, but when we saw Enrique coming in for Angulo, all we were thinking is, hell yeah, that means Enrique is going to play on the left wing, and then we're having all of our best attacking players on the field at the same time. And instead, Muriel drops down to the 10, and they move Ojeda to left wing. And after they go ahead and put Ojeda back centrally after they make subs, that's when Ojeda looks his best. And I'm just like, shocker.
Yeah.
Mind-blowing how it works, you know?
Yeah. Like, just leave. Like, I don't understand, bro. He's the most productive player. Just leave him where he's at. You know what I mean? Like, why? Don't move him.
We're looking right now. He's at, after this game, he's at 12 goals and 7 real assists. MLS has him at 12 goals and 10 assists, but those are the real numbers. Only bringing you facts here at the Orlando Lions Den podcast.
Yes, we don't live in fantasy land. So,
but there is a topic that I feel like came out of this game that we all want to go ahead and talk about. And Daniel mentioned in the chat, so Daniel, I'll bring that up in a second. But I first want to go ahead and say the most interesting thing that I think happened in this game is the first sub off the bench was Taifi. we were all seeing that and we're like confused as hell. We're like, Taifi hasn't really played a lot of games. He's been good with OCB. Happy he got his homegrown contract because he's been so good and been through every stage of youth development at the club. But we were just kind of like, what's that?
And it seems like he's been around a long time.
He's still only what, like 19 or 20? Like he's still young.
Something like that.
He's still a kid. But we were all pretty shocked to see him come in. And honestly, he played really good when he came in. So I want to give him a shout out for that. I was unexpected. He did really well. But Daniel mentions Muriel, oof, really loudly, because there was one point where Taifi put in a honestly perfect cross. And if Muriel was either sprinting or doing his job as he was supposed to as a striker, he gets his foot on that ball, and that's a goal. And that's not just him. Realistically, I'm looking at if Duncan Maguire was on the field, he gets to that ball. If Ramiro Enrique is on the field, he definitely gets to that ball. Go through strikers in Orlando City's history. Urchin Kara gets to that ball. Tom Dwyer gets to that ball.
Does he put it on frame?
Carlos Rivas does he put it on frame, but he gets the ball. I don't know. I'm at a point where I see effort. Like he had one great pass to Ojeda early in the game that realistically I think Ojeda should have finished, and Ojeda would have had a hat trick, which would have been funny because that would have been 2 games against the Revs this year, and he had 2 hat tricks against them. That would have been cool. That would have been in the annals of MLS history. Like, crazy to pull something like that off, but it didn't happen. But outside of that one play, everything else that I see of Muriel, I'm looking at and I'm just like, what are you doing? What are we doing? This doesn't make, like, I just look at it. I don't know how you feel. He hasn't scored a goal in, I think, 11 consecutive games.
Yeah, bro.
How are you feeling about our striker situation with Luis Muriel at this point?
I mean, I wouldn't have worried about it before because, you know, we had a lot of depth, but then Duncan goes down. You know, before he even got going, really. Duncan goes down. Then, you know, Enrique, he starts turning on. But we haven't really just moved him ahead of Muriel at this point, which maybe we need to do. ASAP.
Enrique's also been more hot lately. That's why I'm like kind of like maybe he should be the one on the field.
It's kind of the same situation as Ojeda. Like, what the hell are you moving dude around for? And, you know, you only got one of your active strikers, the only one doing anything right now. So why are we sitting him on the bench?
And I fully agree that, like, you know, it's, you know, obviously injuries are a problem and our depth right now is pretty weak. But my conspiracy theory is at this point, they just like what Enrique brings off of the bench more. So they sacrifice the first 60 minutes or so of what Muriel does rather than have a more lively Enrique in there, which, you know, I wholeheartedly disagree with. I'd rather the better player, the more informed player playing the majority of the minutes.
Exactly.
That's because that's the thing.
That's common logic right there. Like,
no, when I say that, does it not sound like it's a crazy thing to be like, oh, well, he's better when he goes at tired legs? Like, I mean, yeah, probably, but like he's also faster than Muriel against the legs that aren't tired.
Yeah.
So I don't get it right now, man. And it's one of those things that I've kind of, you know, I've said online, like, we need Duncan back in the worst way. Like, was he in great form before he got hurt? Not really, but we just need another option. And the only other option that we really have is signing Justin Ellis to a homegrown contract. And he is a very talented kid. Like, I'll say that with my full chest. This kid is very good, and I think he is going to be a very good pro wherever he plays. I'd like them to go ahead and get him locked down. And at this point, just give us another option when Muriel doesn't seem to be working. Because he's already gotten, I think, 3 of the short-term agreements to come up. And he's still on an MLS Next Pro contract for another year. You guys got to be trying to negotiate a homegrown for him at this point just to get him more integrated with the first team. Because we need another body up front. And I know there's not a lot of money to spend on someone else. And I don't see us signing a U22 initiative striker at this point. I see that's more likely to be a left winger, if anything. or maybe even a center back, because we kind of need. I think it's time to start considering like replenishing the center back position. So I don't know. Any thoughts you have on that, Cleon? Before we talk stock up, stock down.
No, I ain't talking about no kids. Go ahead.
Oh, actually, yeah, I'll talk about that later. Just kidding. I do got something to say about the kids. So stock up, stock down, Cleon. What you thinking?
Stock down, definitely Muriel. No question. Poppy a little bit too now, because he's been a little questionable. So stock
I think
down.
I gave it to him last week.
Okay. I'm not gonna give him like a massive stock down or nothing like that, but it's down a little bit. So he needs to, play your best players. And play your best players in the best positions, please. It's not for me, it doesn't, it's not complicated with that. The X and O, everything else, sure, that's complicated. But the basic play your best players the most minutes, that's just logic. So stock up. Ojeda. That's about all I got. That's about all I got right now. Everyone else is kind of, you know what? Pasalic too, man. Pasalic too. And his stock was already up, mind you. But any of those two, you can't go wrong with that.
I just love that when he got subbed off against New England, he was visibly pissed. I love a player that doesn't want to be taken out of the game,
especially for a child.
To be fair, the child played well. Okay, like in the moment, we all thought it was bad, but he did play well.
Play well, sure, but did he play?
He should have had an assist.
What I'm saying is, if you want to bring him in, sure, but don't bring him in for passing it.
I mean, to be fair, he is more of a defender. I wasn't expecting him to come in and play winger, but again, I'm not mad because he did well. I'm not mad because he did well. No, I was confused in the moment.
This is not disrespect. It's not disrespect to him. It's just for me. It's more the coach. Is like.
Oh yeah, it's confusing to see.
You bring him in, that's fine. But
yeah, I would have expected him to come in for like.
It worked out though. It worked out.
I would expect him to come in for Cesar. And also, Daniel, I do see your comment. I agree with you, but I'm not putting it on screen because I don't want people mad at me again because I have very vocal opinions about that. If you're not knowing where you're looking at on the comment screen, Cleon, you can click on the button that says comments and you should be able to see what he said. But yeah, I will say my stock up. I'll go ahead and put my hands up for it because I've been his biggest hater. Angulo played a good game. I'm gonna give him stock up. Keep it up, dude. I need you to keep playing better because it's better keeping Ojeda in the center. So I really would like to see that. I do agree with what Daniel's saying that they're dropping onto Pasalic, double and triple teaming him. They're figuring out that his left foot is lethal. Really need a better forward to take pressure off of him and give space. Yeah, I think that's the reason why I say I like Duncan coming back because Duncan was really good at occupying space, making a dangerous run, and that's one I think his best feature as a striker was. Not his finishing.
And one of his most underrated aspects is his ability to make the right pass.
He's very good at that too. Yeah,
very.
Yeah. So we need him back in the worst way. I hope his shoulder's healing up well. So stock up. I said, what was it? I gave it to Angulo because I think that, I've been his biggest hater all year. I got to recognize that he did well. I stocked down. I got to give it to Rodrigo. He has just been boneheaded play after boneheaded play lately. And I need push to come to shove at some point. I think he's costing this team more than he's aiding it at this point. I'd put Schlegel to the bench. I'd move Bracalo inside and give Santos a run out at this point because I feel like it is going to be a better option. And also Santos and Angulo on the left wing together was where we were finding some of the better play out of Santos and Angulo for that matter last year. So I think at this point it's time to give that pairing a shot and see how it goes. So, yeah, there we go. Stock up, stock down. Quick, break, just say All-Star game's going on. Martin Ojeda not getting into the All-Star team and then scoring 2 goals immediately after it and being, I think, 6th or 5th in the league in goal contributions. It's pretty funny. So shout out him. Get the rest, man. I'd rather our players be resting, but Marco Pasalic is there. Alex Freeman is there. What do you guys think?
Do you think he's not on only because no, maybe not. I was about to say, do you think maybe he's only not on because they don't want to put 3 Orlando City players on there?
I think there's
I know sometimes in other sports that plays a factor, and they're like, and they just kind of say, this team right here is not good enough to put this.
I'm pretty sure I think they got 3 Nashville players. I'm pretty sure they got.
Well, that theory just went out the window. They got 3 Nashville players on there because I can't even name.
I mean, they're ahead of us on. They're ahead of us on the table, man. Like they got Andy Nahar. Andy Nahar is there. They got Hani Mukhtar and Sam Surridge, who's tied for the lead in the Golden Boot.
Surridge, that's valid.
Yes, Surridge is valid.
Surridge is valid. What's Mukhtar doing, man, this year?
I mean, his stats aren't as good as Ojeda's. I mean, same as Carlos Heels. Carlos Heels at 8-5 and real numbers, and real numbers for Ojeda are 10-7. You know, like too high, or 12-7. Sorry, 12-7 because he got 2 more goals. Wow. You know, like I said, he already tied the Orlando City record for goal contributions in a season when you include the fake numbers. And we have 10 games to go, right? 9 games to go, something like that.
Yeah,
like. Incredible stuff.
Did he catch? I don't think he didn't catch Kaká or Molino, did he?
In most contributions in a season, yeah. Not on assists though, huh?
He's got over 20 because Kaká had 20. Molino had 19.
Kaká had 19, I thought. Real numbers though, Ojeda's at 19 now.
Yeah. Unless somebody's got a stat wrong somewhere, but they had Kaká at 20.
I think on FootMob I saw 19 for him, so maybe that's what I was going off of. Or Transfer Market. It was one of the two.
I saw 19. I saw 19 for Molino. Same season, by the way. I saw Kaká had 20 and Molino at 19.
And then we sold Molino right after that, and then he
sure did.
Had one good season and then unfortunately fell off. But he's playing for a club in Trinidad now called Defense Force FC, and it just sounds kind of badass. And they have pretty cool looking jerseys.
It sounds like one of those generic.
It sounds like a team that when you're playing college football 26 or whatever, and you play an FBS school, and they just made up something.
Yeah,
that's what it seems like.
Definitely a fake creative team.
I think goalie wars is going on right now in the skills challenge, and I think Carlos Mercado just finished in second. He lost, so shout out to our number 3 keeper. And then Freeman's going to be up in this soon. And the MLS next game was yesterday. Caraballo had a great goal, and he was just kind of saucing everybody. Had another big influence on another goal. And Javier Carrillo was the coach of that team, and they won. So, the youth here, I think Dylan Judelson was there too. So another guy who's potentially getting a homegrown in the future. So it's always cool to see the young players doing well, whether or not Cleon agrees. But
question.
Answer.
What is the criteria for who they're going to put in the skills challenge? Because while I'm happy it's an Orlando City player, how in the hell did they land on our third string keeper?
Oh, it's because it's goalie wars. Goalie wars is handled by mostly MLS Next Pro keepers. So since Carlos Mercado is basically the starting keeper for OCB, that's why he got in there. So that's the entire reason.
It just seems strange to me. Like it's the MLS showcase, and I don't know why you're showcasing your.
They do it as a side thing because no one really does. Like it was an old gimmick that they used to do. So yeah. Goalie wars is far from important comparatively to everything else.
Yeah, so I don't know. I would rather see the stars, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, you, me, and everybody else, but
yeah, I mean, like if you want to get me to watch, I mean. I would think you would put the big name keepers out there. Whatever.
Exactly. I'm watching the Liga MX guy shoot right now, and he's messing up. He hasn't been better. He made his first shot. He made one of the 10s, and then hasn't hit a single thing since. It's kind of funny. All right. So shout out to Caraballo. Shout out to Judelson. Shout out to Javier Carrillo. Carlos Mercado, sure. Shout out to you too. And Freeman and Paslich for being at the All-Star game. And Ojeda, enjoy the rest, man. We deserve the rest because we have Cleon. We're getting through this in record time, and I know you're happy about that. Man's got stuff to do. He's got things to do today. So Friday away at the Crew, first of 2 Crew games that we have to finish this season. We have 2 games against the Crew, a game against Cincinnati, 2 games against Nashville. We got Miami and Vancouver. So like Murderer's Row is coming up. So it's either win or go home at this point. So we need to start winning against these teams. I think we need at least a point realistically away against Columbus, but 3 points is much closer to the necessity here. So Cleon, what are your thoughts against the Crew? There's talk of them trying to get a new striker, but that's not something that looks like it would be done in time for him to be playing on Friday. That's Abu Ali from Al Ali, I believe, out in Egypt. So yeah, what do you think about the game? Thoughts?
That's another team I don't like.
I don't know if anybody likes the Crew.
Yeah, I don't like the Crew either.
Except for the Crew.
They've gotten more tolerable in the last few years, I guess. But I don't know. I don't like them either. Something about that. Maybe it's the yellow. It does something to me. But
just a certified yellow hater. That sounds bad.
I don't know what it is. It's something. I don't like the Steelers either for the same reason.
Did you see their new jersey that they put out?
Who, the Steelers?
Yeah.
Uh-uh.
Oh, it's hideous, man. I thought the Giants jersey that they wore last year was terrible. Oof. Wait till you see that one.
Wow. Yeah, but you see, it's so weird because when you do stuff like drop points versus New York, now you make games that you really – it should not be you shouldn't really be the favorite to win. But now you put yourself in a position to where you have to start taking points from teams that actually can play. You know what I mean? To make up for all the drop points you already cost yourself. And so I don't know, man. We kind of backed ourselves into into the corner because it's now you got to go there. Now you got to go there and win.
Yeah.
You got to go there and win at this point. Even a draw, and that would be a good result.
It would be.
It would be a good result, but after you keep dropping so many points to teams you got no business dropping points to, we got to start picking up wins against them, Vancouver, against the Murderers Row.
Yeah.
Or if we go through and we just take a couple points here, through this stretch. We're almost done, bro.
Yeah.
We're almost done.
And that's the thing is we're in an area where if we don't get points off these teams above us, there's no chance of us moving above into that top 4. So that's just a fact. If we can't beat these teams ahead of us, we will not get into the top 4. With that being said, if we also continue to lose those games, there is a likelihood that we could drop out of where we currently are at. We're still in a playoff position, but if we lose these games, we could be looking at 8th, 9th, 10th. These are games that you have to get points off of.
What do we have to do, man? Like I feel like we got to make some. We got to strengthen up, but it's at this point we need another striker because Duncan can even come back this season or no?
He can. They did not put him out for the season. When he comes back, it would likely be at earliest. It would likely be September. So it's going to be towards the end.
You might be dead by then, bro.
Yeah. Yeah. It's going to be it's likely to be September.
And then on top of that, he would have to come back with all cylinders firing, which that's highly questionable too.
I mean, I hope that he's watching Muriel right now. It's lit a fire under his ass to get back because he knows that starting job is open right now.
Yeah.
Like it's open competition because that's the thing. If they prefer Enrique off the bench, which in my best estimation, it clearly looks like they do. If Duncan's back, he's competing for Muriel immediately as long as he looks like he is fit and ready to go.
Yeah. So, but I mean, also, we went through that little slump, but for the most part, we score goals.
Mm.
So, I mean, if we only got one move we can make for a starter, and as much as I would love to replace Angulo, I mean, are we better served at what? Left back, center back? What? I don't know, man.
I mean, it's realistically left back, it's center back, it's left wing or striker. Those are the areas.
That's what I'm saying. It's like we got
those
holes.
Are the areas with.
I feel like we got holes we need to upgrade at, but I don't think we got the facility.
For my money, the area that needs the most right now, I would say, is going to be left wing. I think that's the area that is most needed. I think center back, if you're doing that right now, it's not a move for now, it's a move for the future, because I don't see a center back coming in and replacing Schlegel. I just don't. It would be coming in and taking over like on the bench realistically. If we brought in a left back right now, Bracalo's been playing well. I don't see him losing that spot. So for me, it's we need striker help, but we know Duncan's coming back. We also know that we still technically have Muriel under contract for another year, whether that another year happens. I think the only way that we end up going striker shopping is if for some reason someone comes in for Muriel and takes him off our hands. Like, that's the only way that it happens, in my opinion.
I don't know. For me, man, it's like, I just feel like there's no way you can't tell me we can't get a better left back than what we got. Because I would rather get, because even Bracalo, he's not really a left back anyway.
He's not. He's a center back.
Yeah, so
he's a center back playing fullback, and he's playing it well. I want to say that. Yeah,
but for me, I feel like there's no way you can't tell me you can't get a left back that plays left back better than Bracalo. You know what I mean? So for me, even if you're not going to get another center back, I would rather just push Bracalo back to center back and let the best two start. You know what I mean? And that'll raise that overall section if they're not going to actually make a move to bring in a new one. At least just put Bracalo back over there so there's like actually some competition. You know what I mean? And just play the best two. And because I mean, there's no way you can't tell me we can't get a better left back than Bracalo or Santos.
I think so. And that's the thing is, like, I'm sure it's clear to me. I'm sure it's clear to you. I'm sure it's clear to everyone else we do the podcast with. And I'm positive that it's clear to a lot of people that are listening. We got an option year for Santos at the end of the season. He gone. Like, with how little he's playing and the fact that I think he's making like $350K or something like that, I realistically cannot see a world where he is he's back here next year. Like I think I think it's done. Yeah,
if we were playing like with Duncan or something like that, I could see his purpose. But sending crosses in and stuff like that. But with Enrique, now mind you, Enrique gets up on the ball.
He does.
He gets up on the ball, but I mean, it's not his main focus. Like, he's mostly trying to just get behind somebody and things like that. But I mean, Duncan does this too, but Duncan also can get up in there as well. Like I said, Enrique does too. He just doesn't try to do it that much. Muriel, he's never getting up there. No. You know what I mean? And like we talked about, he's the one playing the majority of the minutes over there. So there's no place for Santos, or there's no purpose for Santos, I should say.
Yep. So we need improvements there. I mean, realistically, I think you make a good point. If we want to go get like a U22 left back or something like that, a U22 left back, and then that moves Bracalo inside and it gets Schlegel off the field, that could be something that's very positive.
Or at least forces Schlegel to play Schlegel and Janssen too. To be fair,
Janssen hasn't been great, but he's also you can see that he's getting older now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's catching up. You know what I mean? So I mean, it could at least force them to, play a little better. If they want to hold on to their spot. You know what I mean? Even if Oscar's going to refuse to bench Schlegel.
Yeah, exactly.
At least just put the competition back there. Because I mean, who's pressing them right now? Thomas Williams? I don't think so.
No,
you
not
know
really.
what I mean? Like who's pressuring? Who's putting any pressure on any of those two? No one. Bricalo was the only one that even had a chance, and then we sent him out to left back. So, that eliminated that. So I mean, for me, I don't know. Go get a left back or something. Left back or left wing or a striker. But mind you, striker, that'll just be temporary. So I don't know if we got any assets to trade. Maybe do a week or something.
I mean, I believe it was an interview with Mike Ramajo where Ricardo said we're really not looking at any in-league moves or anything like that. So
yeah, they're
looking really abroad if we're doing anything.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
We'll see. Not really Ricardo's MO.
Yeah, exactly. All right. So we'll go ahead. Let's go ahead. So this game, reminder, it is on Friday. The reason why it's on Friday, and that is because it's everyone's favorite time. It's Leagues Cup time. Leagues Cup starts on Wednesday next week. So they're giving at least most of the teams are going to play on Friday instead of Saturday, give people a little bit more rest. We got Pumas up first in that, who just signed Keylor Navas. So that sucks for us. But so Friday night against Columbus. Cleon, give me a prediction. What are we thinking?
I have no faith in us winning this game, bro. Zero. So we'll probably win it. Because I have zero confidence we're going to win this game. Because we have no business winning this game in Columbus. So I'm going to say, oh, wow. 3-1 Columbus? Oh, my God. That's bad.
3-1 Columbus.
Yeah, bro. Which means we'll probably pull out a win. But I talked to the soccer gods, and that's what they told me. It was 3-1. You saw the reaction on my face.
Diego Maradona told you?
You saw the reaction on my face when they told me. I was as shocked as you are. 3-1 Columbus.
3-1 Columbus. All right, 3-1 Columbus. Ryder said that this is going to be a shock 2-2 draw. He couldn't be on tonight, but he wanted his prediction to be known. So shout out Ryder. I got you there. And I like to try and be positive in predictions. We're going into a tough place to play, and it is a very tough game. So as much as I don't want to predict a loss, I'm going to have to go 2-1 Columbus. I just think that we are in a situation right now where we are a little bit dysfunctional. We're not playing at our best. We do play better on the road. That's nice. That's good. Hopefully that helps. But with how we are playing at this point in time, for me, I can't predict a win in this game. I don't think it's going to happen, but I will gladly and love to be proven wrong and have a very, very fun Den After Dark immediately after this game, where Columbus fans can come in and be pissed about the referee helping us, because that's usually what they do. So it's revenge for Will Trapp.
I hope so.
Because we hate Will Trapp around here. All right, Cleon, we're wrapping up here. We're early. We're getting you out on time. You got any shout outs before we go?
No, I totally forgot. I said I would sit there try to do the fantasy draft lottery, have it ready to go by the time shout outs rolled, and I completely forgot about it. So that was gonna be my shout out, was gonna be spent on me pressing the button and then getting the draft results. So I guess it's gonna be for another day.
I was gonna say you could always figure it out and share your screen. We could do it.
Shout out to you, JJ, for getting relegated to League One, loser. And then
he's gonna be so mad.
You see all the commissioners' haters got sent to League One, right?
Oh,
Lee went down to League One. Then JJ. The only hater left was Graham, but Graham's been trying to play nice because I think he sees the writing on the wall. So Graham's been trying to play nice. But all my haters got sent down to League. You know what? I'm gonna count Cozy as a hater too, because that man
Cozy wasn't a hater. He just never wanted to trade with you.
Bro, he literally told me he didn't want to trade with me just because it's me. How is that not a hater? He said
because you're the commissioner.
Cozy literally told me,
dude, that's also because you talk the most shit.
Cozy said this trade makes sense, but because it's you, I'm not going to do it because it's going to work out for you. How is that not hating, bro?
To be fair, you talk the most shit out of anybody in the league, and you got no titles. You got no titles.
This is not true, bro. This is not true. This is not true. Where's my tokens? What's this? What's this right here? What's this right here?
What's that? What's that? Is that your supporter shield?
It's my supporter shield. It's my supporter shield.
That is right. Our league has promotion relegation. We do get trophies if you win the league top of the table, but you only get
supporter shields. I only got one. Huh? I thought I had two support.
But you only get the belt. You only get the belt if you win the whole damn thing in the championship game. And Cleon, how many championship games have you won in this league?
Man, go hang up the show, man.
Is that crickets? Crickets?
Go hang up the show.
At this point, we're going to have to do weekly recaps because we're talking about the league already a lot. So we'll keep you all informed if you're watching. My shout out, I'm just going to give a quick shout out to first, the Fantastic Four. I got tickets to go see it on Thursday. I'm really excited because Silver Surfer has always been one of my favorite superheroes, so I hope it's good. And Galactus has been my favorite supervillain, so cheers to that. Another shout out, I got to shout out Swag and Zach from the league. You guys told me to watch The Big Short, and you were disappointed in me in not seeing it. So I'm finally going to go ahead and watch that tonight as soon as we're done.
That was The Big Short. I've never even heard of that. What's that?
I don't know. I'm going to find out. It's got a good cast, though, so I got to rent it on Prime. And I'll bring up Daniel's thing. Shout out to Ozzy Osbourne. If you were a fan of rock and or metal, rest in peace, Ozzy. Greatly appreciate everything that you did for music. And I'm actually, the T-Pain cover of War Pigs is fantastic, and I get to go see T-Pain in October. So hopefully he'll play it in honor of Ozzy. I think that'll be cool. But that's the show. Y'all, let's watch the All-Star game tomorrow if we care. And other than that, let's go shock the world and pick up a win against Columbus away on Friday. So we'll see you for Den After Dark on Friday.
3-1. Reverse it, please. Please reverse it and win 3-1.
Reverse it.
Lose 3-1. But the gods told me we losing 3-1, so I don't know what
to quote Missy Elliott, right? What is it? Take that thing, flip it, and reverse it. There we go. That's what we want to do. Vamos, Orlando. You guys have a good night. We'll see you next week.
Deuces.
Thanks for joining us this week on the Orlando Lions Den podcast. Don't forget to follow us at Orlando Lions Den on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. See you next week in the Den.